The person you love deeply is in deep trouble. Everyone except you knows that they are involved in the heinous crime of killing their my beloved child. Don't skip this. Something you were never meant to discover is unfolding behind your back right now. The person you love with your whole heart, the one you defend even in your last breath, is standing in the middle of a storm darker than you can imagine. Everyone around them already knows the truth. Everyone, except you. Stay till the end, because what I'm about to reveal will shake the way you see everything. They've been acting strange lately, haven't they? Their eyes, restless. Their tone, too careful. They start speaking but stop midway, like their mind is haunted by something they can't say aloud. The truth is, they are hiding something. Something so heavy that it's been choking their every breath. People have been whispering their name in silence. Behind closed doors. In hushed conversations. Not with anger, but with fear. They know something you don't. They've seen something you haven't. And you've been kept in the dark for a reason. Don't scroll. You need to hear this before it's too late. There's a reason your soul keeps feeling anxious every time you think about them. That's not just emotion, it's divine intuition. Archangel Michael has been trying to nudge you, sending signs through sleepless nights and sudden chills. Because the person you love deeply is involved in something unimaginable. A night that changed everything. A place they should have never gone to. A choice they can't undo. Someone didn't make it back that night. And your person, your heart's other half, was there. They weren't supposed to be, but fate dragged them straight into the scene that would define their entire destiny. Listen carefully, this isn't about guilt by chance. This is about truth buried under silence. They didn't plan it, but they were part of what happened. The world is slowly connecting the dots. And when they do, you'll realize why their silence has been so loud. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you in this revelation. Your angels are saying, you've been chosen to see what others can't. Because your love for them is blinding you from noticing the signs. That same love that made you believe in their innocence is now the wall keeping you from the truth. They keep pretending everything's normal, but deep inside, they're trembling. Every time you look into their eyes, they flinch, not because they don't love you, but because they fear that you'll finally see the shadow behind their gaze. The crime everyone whispers about, the one that shook the city, the one that took a life. Their name is secretly tied to it. But heaven wants you to know, this isn't the end. There's a secret buried in the act itself, something divine, something hidden beneath guilt and pain. Stay till the end. Because what's coming next will uncover why they did what they did, and how fate has already written your role in this story. My beloved child. Something in your soul already knows, this wasn't just an accident, and it wasn't random. What happened that night was destined to reveal the hidden side of someone you once called your forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because what you're about to hear will change the way you remember them forever. That night, they received a call, one they should have ignored. A trembling voice told them to come quickly, someone needed help. It was late. The streets were empty. But something inside them whispered, go. They didn't know they were walking into a trap. When they reached that dark place, everything had already gone wrong. There was shouting. There was fear. There was someone lying on the floor, lifeless. And before they could understand anything, the door slammed behind them. From that moment, silence became their only weapon. They couldn't speak. They couldn't cry. Because every word would twist their truth. So, they buried the memory deep inside, pretending it never happened. But guilt leaves marks the eyes can't hide. Everyone else, friends, neighbors, even family, knows the rumor. They whisper about it behind their screens, waiting for the day the truth comes out. But you are the only one still defending them with pure love. You still believe there must be a reason. Don't skip. You're meant to know the reason now. Archangel Michael whispers that their soul has been crying out for redemption. They didn't plan to harm anyone. But destiny pushed them into a moment that changed everything. Someone else was supposed to be there. Someone else pulled the final string. But your person took the blame silently, to protect someone you'd never expect. Yes, my child, the secret they're hiding isn't about hate, it's about sacrifice. They took the fall to save someone close to you. And that's why your heart still feels them, still defends them, still can't turn away. Because their love for you didn't vanish, it turned into a shield, even if it meant burning themselves. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The divine realm is revealing this so you can prepare. The truth is about to surface. A hidden recording, an old message, or a witness long silent, something will soon emerge, and the name you love will be spoken publicly. But when that happens, don't react in fear. Remember this, you are being guided to see beyond what the world sees. Archangel Michael wants you to stand in truth, not rumor. The storm is rising, my beloved. Their secret will be exposed. But the reason behind it is far more shocking than anyone could imagine. My beloved child. Don't let your heart tremble, what you are about to hear will shake you, but it will also set you free from the web of lies surrounding your love. Stay till the end. Don't skip this moment. The truth you've been searching for is darker, yet more divine than anyone can imagine. The person you love didn't protect a stranger. They protected someone tied to your bloodline. Someone close to you, someone whose name you would never doubt. Yes, my child, they took the blame to save one of your own. That night, chaos wasn't born from hatred, it came from a desperate attempt to stop something terrible. Your person walked into a situation that spiraled out of control. A heated argument. A sudden accident. And when it ended, the one responsible stood frozen in fear. They couldn't think, couldn't breathe. And then your love, your innocent, loyal soul, made a choice. They stepped forward and said, "It was me." From that moment, everything changed. They carried the sin that wasn't theirs. They erased their peace so someone you trust could stay free. But heaven doesn't allow truth to remain buried forever. The energy around them is shifting now. Evidence that was once hidden is surfacing. The person they protected has begun to panic. The guilt they thought was gone is rising again. And soon, the mask will crack. Don't skip. What I'm about to say next is crucial. You've been seeing signs, haven't you? Repeated numbers. Unexplainable dreams. Sudden emotional waves when you think of them. That's not coincidence, it's your soul trying to prepare you. Archangel Michael is standing beside you, urging you to stay calm when the truth unfolds. Because the world will try to turn you against them. They'll call your love blind, your faith foolish. But remember this, they carried this burden not out of guilt, but out of love. A love strong enough to face punishment for someone else's mistake. And now, destiny is calling you to stand at the edge of revelation. You were chosen to bring balance to this story, not to condemn, but to understand. Because when the truth is revealed, everyone will look to you. And how you respond will decide the ending. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The divine realm whispers, before the next sunrise, you will receive a sign. A message, a name, a detail that connects everything. It will arrive in a dream, a phone call, or an unexpected confession. And in that moment, you'll finally know who they were protecting, and why the universe chose you to witness it. My beloved child. Take a deep breath before you listen further. What comes next is not just revelation, it's awakening. You've reached the moment where the shadow finally meets the light. Stay till the end. Don't skip. What you'll hear now changes everything. The person your love protected was someone you would never doubt. Someone who shares your own reflection in pieces of memory, in laughter, in pain. It was a family member. Yes, my child, your person took the blame for someone from your own bloodline. The one who carries your last name, who once promised they'd never betray your trust. That night, it wasn't them who committed the final act, it was someone else close to you. A heated argument turned into something unthinkable. The one they were trying to protect made a mistake that couldn't be undone. And when the silence grew heavy, your love stepped forward and said, "I'll take it." Not because they wanted to deceive you, but because they wanted to keep your world from collapsing. They knew that if you ever discovered the truth, your heart would break beyond repair. They chose to carry the burden alone, believing that pain was a smaller price than seeing your family destroyed. Don't scroll away. You must know this. Every time you saw guilt in their eyes, every time they avoided the topic, every time they looked away when you mentioned, that night, they weren't lying out of evil. They were shielding you from a truth too heavy to bear. Archangel Michael stands near, saying, their silence was a prayer, not a betrayal. But now, the time of concealment has ended. Heaven is pulling the veil away. The truth will no longer hide beneath fear. The person they protected is beginning to lose control. You might notice strange behavior. Nervous glances, late-night calls, excuses that don't make sense. That's because they can feel divine justice approaching. The universe has written a moment of collision, a point where truth, guilt, and love meet. And in that moment, you'll see everything. You'll finally understand why the person you love carried such sorrow behind their smile. Stay till the end. Something massive is approaching your timeline. Before this week ends, you'll come across a sign, an unexpected photo, a memory, or a message that will reveal the hidden name behind the act. Don't panic when it happens. That's heaven showing you that what's hidden can no longer stay buried. You are being called not to judge, but to forgive, to stand in light when everyone else collapses in shock. Because this story, my child, was never just about crime or guilt, it was about sacrifice, divine timing, and destiny. My beloved child. Don't let your heart race too fast. This is the part where the truth starts to breathe, and every hidden thread begins to connect. You've come too far to turn away now. Stay till the end. Don't skip. What's about to unfold will send chills through your soul. The person you love is standing at a breaking point. Their silence has begun to crack, and the truth that's been buried beneath layers of loyalty and fear is starting to rise. They've been carrying someone else's sin on their shoulders, but heaven has decided the time of silence is over. The one they protected, the real reason for all this pain, has been restless lately. They can't sleep. They flinch at every sound, every message, every mention of that night. And now, the divine realm has started shaking their world piece by piece. Phones ringing at odd hours. Whispers following them everywhere. A mysterious letter showing up out of nowhere, unsigned, but written in words only the guilty would recognize. Archangel Michael is saying this moment isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to wake you. Because the truth will soon arrive in a way no one can deny. A confession is coming. Not through courtrooms or gossip, but through divine exposure. Heaven is aligning every event, every conversation, every encounter to reveal the unfiltered truth. Don't skip. You need to hear this clearly. Your person, the one you still defend, has been visited by dreams lately, nightmares, really. They see flashes of that night. The screams. The silence. The shadow of the one they saved. And they wake up drenched in guilt, whispering your name. Because in their heart, the only thing that gives them peace, is you. Their love for you wasn't a coincidence. It was divine balance. Heaven placed you in their life not just as love, but as redemption. Your forgiveness, your faith, your unwavering heart, that's the only thing keeping them from losing themselves completely. But now, the universe is rearranging everything. The one who caused this pain is being cornered by karma. Slowly. Quietly. Irresistibly. People are starting to see the cracks. Words are slipping out. Truth is whispering itself into the light. Stay till the end, my child. Something massive is waiting for you. Because in just a few days, the divine will give you the final piece, the evidence that proves everything. Maybe a message will appear. Maybe a voice will confess. Maybe your person will finally break down and tell you the truth. And when they do, remember this moment. Remember that you were chosen to bring healing, not hatred. To stand in divine understanding while others drown in blame. The crime that tore worlds apart is about to meet divine justice. But heaven wants you to know, your person's soul is not lost. Their punishment has already been their silence. Their suffering has already been their love. My beloved child. Be still for a moment, because what unfolds now will feel like the final heartbeat before the storm. You've walked through layers of half-truths, lies, and divine whispers, and now you stand on the edge of the final revelation. Stay till the end. Don't skip. What happens next is the moment the entire universe has been preparing you for. The confrontation is closer than you think. The person who's been hiding in the shadows can no longer run. Heaven has begun tightening every circle of destiny, and truth is ready to roar through silence. It begins innocently, a conversation that feels ordinary. Maybe it's over coffee, maybe in a quiet room where the air feels too heavy to breathe. Then one trembling voice speaks words that freeze time. I can't hold it anymore. That's when your world shifts. The one your person protected, the real hand behind that tragic night, finally breaks. Their eyes fill with regret, their lips tremble, and they say the name you've carried with love and pain. The confession spills out like a wound that's been bleeding for years. Archangel Michael stands beside you, whispering, "Do not react in rage. React in purpose." Because at that moment, you will hold unimaginable power, the power to destroy with truth or to heal with understanding. The divine doesn't expose for revenge, it exposes for transformation. Your person will be there too, watching, crying silently, knowing this was the moment they feared all along. They'll look at you not for forgiveness, but for recognition, for you to see the soul that chose pain over betrayal. Don't scroll away. Something divine is taking shape through your silence. The air around you will feel charged, as if every angel in heaven is watching the scene unfold. The guilty one will fall to their knees, their mask shattered, their voice trembling with the weight of truth. And you'll realize this was never about punishment, it was about awakening. The love you gave wasn't wasted. It was the key that unlocked divine justice. Because of your faith, heaven finally intervened. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Within days, you'll feel a strange calm after the storm, a deep silence that isn't empty but sacred. It will be the universe sealing this chapter, letting the energy of truth cleanse what deceit once stained. The person you love will look at you with eyes that finally tell everything. No words, just truth. And in that gaze, you'll see not a sinner, but a soul reborn. Heaven will whisper one last message: you were never meant to lose. You were meant to reveal.